Welcome to the Big Brother Breakdown with Jolene. Welcome to the BB Breakdown with Jolene. That's me. Hey guys, welcome to the Big Brother Breakdown with Jolene. I break down all things Big Brother US, Big Brother UK, Big Brother in general. We finally got an answer. Lewis was quoted by The Sun in an article, and I will link that in the description as well, as to why he was kicked out of the BBUK house.
I said something that was unacceptable and could be offensive, and it is what it is. What's that? Someone slagging me off in the live video. I'm not bothered, I don't care. So I said something offensive. Obviously I came out, I was like, look, I've said this to my family, told them like, I'm just going to face the music, I'm going to tell everyone what I said. It felt, in the diary room when I was apologising, even though I meant my apology. I'm Jewish, everyone makes mistakes. Yeah, like it wasn't anything malicious, there was no intent there. I felt stupid apologising for it. I am sorry, and my apology is completely sincere. But it was a slip of the tongue. It was like an impression, a slip of the tongue, and it is what it is, you know. And I'll face the consequences for that, and that's what I'm doing now. I mean, I got removed from the Big Brother house, you know, by what the bookies are saying I was going to win, so I lost 100 grand. I didn't get to spend the rest of it. Well, I got evicted on Cameron's birthday. Obviously, I lost 100 grand, potentially. Lost the end of my experience, didn't get to meet Emma Willis, didn't get to walk out to the crowd or face the crowd. And one of the biggest reasons I went there was to prove to myself that, you know, the dark thoughts in my mind aren't correct, and not everyone hates me, and I'm not a bad person. And even though I am broken in ways and unstable, I'm trying my best to be a better person, and that's all we can do. And going in there, I was stepping out into my own skin. I was owning my insecurities, owning my imperfections, owning my flaws, owning my past. From day one, I told you everything about me. And I wanted to prove to myself that I don't have to be scared to go to the shop. I don't have to be scared to go to a bar or a club because I'm going to feel anxious or I might have to leave. I just wanted to be me to the world, and I wanted to step out and say, this is who I am, damaged and broken, and I'm trying my best to be a better person. And I did that. I didn't win, but I did what I went there to do. And you know what? The mistake that I made, the comment out of context, like the impression of Hitler, it cost me. I am who I am. Like I'm a human being. Like we're all human. Like I didn't go there to be perfect. I didn't go there to be liked. I went there to be me. And in no way have I ever set out to offend anyone or disrespect anybody's religion or beliefs or backgrounds or sexuality. Like I'm an egalitarian. Like we're all the same. Like we're all if you put like two different people under an x-ray, they're both two skeletons. The skin, where you're from, none of it means anything. We're all humans. And I made a slip up. Instead of outfits, I said Auschwitz when I was talking about getting Cameron some cool outfits, because he's cool. He's a good looking guy, you know. So I wanted to kick Cameron out with some new outfits. I said Auschwitz. I went on to mock Hitler, and I said what you saw in the Sun. And that's all it was, a slip of the tongue. A slip of the tongue, it cost me. And you know what, if anyone is watching this and you want to change your perspective on me over one comment, and you do that, you're free to. If you want to forget about the good in me and look for like that one comment, that one slip of a tongue, and change your perspective on me, then you're fine. You're entitled to do so. You're entitled to hate me. You're entitled to fucking whatever, like, but at the end of the day, since I've come out, all I wanted to do was just to own it. I wanted to just say, like, well, I'll just tell them what I said, I'll just tell it. And obviously Channel 5 didn't want to release it. I respect their decisions. Channel 5 have my best interest at heart.
This is a situation where I do wish Channel 5 would actually air what Lewis said, because I think context would help. I think being able to see him and know if it was truly like where it came from, because as Lewis said, it came from a place of no hate whatsoever. It was a slip of the tongue. He meant to say outfits, he said Auschwitz, and then started mocking Hitler. And maybe he was then making fun of himself, like, oh gosh, like made me sound like Hitler. It's such a sensitive topic that until we see it, until we're able to know how it was said, under what context, what happened before, what happened after, how did he react, how did the other housemates react, we just don't know. And it leaves us to speculate more, and it leaves more people to either send him hate or more people to say, oh, this damn PC culture. So it just leaves us somewhere weirdly in the middle. Lewis did hit his Instagram live multiple times before doing the Sun article, and on his Instagram lives, he's been drinking a lot of red wine, doing some CBD oil. He said it helps with the anxiety.
And you know what I've realised? Past 4 days, it's been a whirlwind for me. Absolute whirlwind. I've locked myself away for 2 days. I've been out for 2 days. I've been out for a meal with my family. I've had people calling me. Like, I haven't even been through all of my messages, guys. I haven't even been through all of my emails. And I'm loving the love. I'm loving the support. But I've been like, it's been hectic. You know, I've been in an environment for like 6 weeks now where I've been like surrounded by people. It's going to take some time for me to readjust. So I've escaped tonight. I've come to my friends out of town. My family means so well. They're trying to help me so much and support me. But that's so much. There's too much human interaction. Straight away with people who's like close to me, it affects you differently. And you know what? I'm just like making the best out of a bad situation. I'm trying to be real with you all. I'm trying to not keep in touch, but I can't keep it right now. I'm just trying to get the grips. I'm going to take me a couple more days till I get the grips of reality. And you know what? You're going to see a lot more of me. I'm just getting warmed up. Thanks, guys. I love you. I know you all got my back. I love you all. I'm just getting warmed up, guys. You know. But you know what? In the lifestyle that I've lived in my life, looking over my shoulder and looking in that rearview mirror and seeing people coming a mile, it protected me. It made me safe. It made me not get into too much trouble, because I was in a life where the people that were around me weren't like the best of people. But I always made the best out of a bad situation, and now I'm not in an environment, or I'm not in a lifestyle or a mindset where I need to catch people coming a mile off, because I proved when Louis G took my cereal that if someone wants to come for me, I can handle that and I can deal with that, and I don't need to be anxious of society. I don't need to hide in my room. I can still go out in nightclubs, and if someone wants to be like that with me, I can deal with it in the right way. It doesn't have to be fight or flight. I might even talk with sense now, because I'm polished like 3 bottles of wine off, and in no way am I promoting binge drinking, but I've drank red wine every night for like 6 weeks, and even though I know alcohol's not always good for you, when I used to drink years ago, it used to be like everything. I would drink to forget. I would drink to escape. I would drink to escape my reality and be a different person, because I couldn't face who I was. But when I drink red wine, I can drink 3 or 4 bottles of red wine and sit and have a conversation with anyone, and I can learn and I can engage. I can eat. I can stand up. I can function. I can talk. Bearing in mind, I've had like 3 bottles of red wine right now, and some CBD oil as well, so I'm like chilling right out right now. You know, I'm switching off. Had some CBD oil. Smoked out, baby! 2 bottles of red wine. If this was like a night out and I was drinking vodka and Jaeger bombs, I'd probably already be arrested by now, or in a taxi home being sick, you know what I mean? So I'm loving red wine. My boy Ricky Lawton, sorry. I can't even remember, I'm so drunk. Yeah, so let's answer some questions. People steal my Weetabix wasn't alright. You know what? A lot of people have said that they think that people were put in there to test me. You know what? I went in there to be tested. I went in there to face myself. I went in there to challenge myself, and I did. I took everything out of that situation I possibly could, except the 100 grand. And you know what? 100 grand is 100 grand. It's paper to me. What I learned and how many people that are messaging me saying that I've helped change their life, that's worth more than 100 grand. I can't talk slow. That's how I speak. Either speed up or rewind. I can't talk slow. This is me drunk and chilled as well. I have too much passion. Everyone's getting offended by the way that we speak up north, but this is how we speak, you know. I'm upfront. I'm upfront. I'm abrupt. Sometimes it comes off as intrusive. Like, this is it. Like, I'm not changing for no one. Do you know what I mean? Do I miss any of the housemates apart from Cameron? Yeah, Brooke. Even though she might not have been as loyal to me as she said, she's a real person. We just had differences. She's like my little sister, but she was still hot, you know. I'm not saying I'm attracted to my sister, but I felt like we had that kind of connection. But there was also some kind of, you know, it was a weird connection. We got on, but we didn't get on. She liked me, but she didn't like me. But she's a real person. Even though we didn't always see eye to eye, we were always real with each other, and she was real. So
before going in the house he drank a lot, in the house he drank a lot, so I think maybe the red wine isn't the best idea for Lewis, but we'll see. But he has been in a couple Instagram lives now, pretty toasty, sharing things about the house, sharing that really he wants Cameron to win, which is no surprise, sharing that he only really likes Cameron and Brooke. He didn't say he hates anybody in the house, but he said those are the two that he thinks are the most real. And you'd be surprised to like, why didn't he say Zoe? And I think he didn't say Zoe because according to his Instagram live, he believes that she was talking about him behind his back or slagging him off behind his back. Now, I don't know if he's referring to the armed guard prisoner challenge they had to do, but I thought him and Zoe were pretty close. I mean, Zoe even had his back with Hussein, so it was pretty surprising to me that he has these thoughts towards Zoe. He just says that he wanted to go on Big Brother because this is the one reality show. I guess other reality shows have tried to court him in the past, but he felt like this one was the most real where he could be himself. And so he did it, and he feels like he was the realest person in the house, and that people like Akeem, who he admits in his Instagram live videos that he actually likes Akeem, and there's a lot they didn't show of them actually getting along. He just couldn't really mesh with him. It wasn't necessarily his people because Akeem was someone that he believes plays it up for the camera, is always looking and mugging and putting on a show. And Lewis, of course, we all know, wanted to be so real and wanted to, talk about all these issues. Apparently, he talked about his attempted suicide a lot in the house, but Channel 5 did not air that. So since being out of the house, Lewis is really trying to find his way. I think he will struggle with that. He's already admitted on his Instagram Live that he's kind of struggling with that. I mean, he's going to get this notoriety. He was already anxious going out into the world before going into the Big Brother house, which is one of the reasons he said he wanted to go on Big Brother, so he could find out things about himself and also show himself that the world isn't out to get you and the world doesn't hate him. It's going to be an interesting journey for Lewis. In his Instagram lives, Lewis also indicated that he would like to use his social media as a way to talk to people about important issues like suicide and mental health and things like that, and also use his YouTube to do workout videos and talk about yoga and things like that. So I think he could make ultimately, a positive impact with the notoriety he's gained from the house. But something interesting that he said in one of his Instagram live videos is that his number one goal, and he was a little buzzed up and toasty when he recorded this Instagram live video, that is to move to LA.
America. I am going to move to America. One of my biggest dreams is to live in LA. I've been there. You know what, if I won the prize money, I would already be there. Well, I'd be there straight after the final. But you know what, I've got other things going on. I've had ideas on my own that I've been pushing forward for a long time now, and maybe I didn't get to kickstart them with the money from Big Brother, but you know what, I'll get the money elsewhere. So yeah, big things going to happen. Big for me was for personal growth, and it's a shame I didn't win, but what's meant for me shall not pass me.
So that shows me that Lewis, as much as he's like, I just want to be real, I want to be real, he wants to also, there's a part of him that wants that celebrity and wants to live kind of that Hollywood life, because nobody really moves to LA unless they have ambitions of some kind of like stardom, some kind of notoriety, some kind of celebrity, to work in the arts somehow. And he indicated that he's been hit up by multiple modeling agents and has also done modeling in the past, which obviously, look at him, you can see him being a model. It'll be interesting now to know, what the backlash is for what he said. He has apologized. He apologized in the Sun article that he was quoted in. He said he did not receive any money for that article. He wanted people to know that no money, and he also was advised by a lot of people not to come forward to say what he actually said, but he said he's that type of person that if he said it, he's going to say he said it. And I believe that. I think what we saw from Lewis is that, if anything, he keeps speaking maybe when he shouldn't. And this might be one of those situations. It seems a little strange that if it wasn't done with cruel intent, that Channel 5 won't show it. Because I think if someone was being truly hateful and being an anti-Semite and was saying these things, of course you wouldn't show it. But if it was a slip of the tongue, this could be an educating, a teaching moment for Channel 5 to use this and say something like this can have an effect on people and can be very hurtful. And with all the anti-Semitism across the world, I mean, I live in the United States. We just had a shooting at a synagogue, and it was awful, and innocent, beautiful people were killed because they were Jewish. And it just proves that anti-Semitism still exists. Unfortunately, we still live in a world where people are hateful, and that hatefulness just makes them sick, and then they hurt other people. And that just happened here in the U.S., and it was such a tragic event. Lewis wants everyone to know that this is not who he is, and he doesn't want this one slip of the tongue or mocking of Hitler to be something that defines his whole experience in the house or him as a person. What do you guys think about this whole Lewis situation and him coming forward with what he said, but also Channel 5 not commenting yet? It would be great to hear their comment and also hear why they think it's so important that we don't see. If this is a reality show, why we don't see the reality of the situation. Because if it is true that it wasn't this hateful way that it was said, if it was a slip of the tongue, why aren't we able to see that so that we can understand the situation, and it can be, you know, a moment to teach people and people can learn from this mistake that he made. I think that would be better than just leaving us completely in the dark. And, you know, Lewis said he missed out on a lot of things now getting kicked out. Obviously, he found out afterwards that he was favored to win. A lot of odds favored him to win, and he also said, you know, I didn't get to go on bots, which he didn't seem to care about that. He didn't really care about Rylan and that, because he's heard that he's been slagged off by multiple guests on that show, but that Emma Willis actually had his back, so he was thanking Emma Willis. And then he went on to also thank the people, production and the diary room, and he said they were really great to him and they treated him really well, and they were sad as well because they had all spent so much time together, and maybe they knew that his intention wasn't to be hurtful. It was just something really dumb that he said, a slip of the tongue. I don't know, because we aren't able to see it and we have no word from Channel 5. It would be great to find out why they think it's so important that they don't air this. So that's what we know so far about the Lewis situation. Removal from the show. He will continue to be putting out Instagram lives, and I'll continue to follow it, but today was the day where he finally broke his silence and went on the record with what he said, which was good to hear, because we're all sitting here wondering, well, what did he say? What did he do? And everyone's speculating. So now we know, and Lewis has apologized, and just curious, what do you guys think? How do you think Channel 5 can make this right, rectify this? How can Lewis make this right? What should be done? Should we be able to see what was actually said so we can judge on our own, or are his words too hurtful that it would be damaging to play on air for people? Let me know in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please hit subscribe. I'll be doing more updates on BBUK, and happy Halloween!